Well, hello there, stamping friends. It's Traci Raether from Plum Crazy Stamping, ready for another Facebook Live. Interestingly enough, it is our last Christmas card in our Christmas in July series, hoping to help you get a jump on Christmas and plan maybe for a card that you want to do this holiday season. So without any more time, I guess let's go ahead and flip the camera down and go ahead and look at the desktop. It'll take just a minute, and I'll be going upside down for just a minute, but then you will see the desktop clearly. And I'm just gonna sync up my computer here. Hard to believe that it is July 27th already. Wow. Okay. Let me just move this up a little bit. And we can take a peek at the catalog here. I am using a stamp set from our July to December mini catalog. And this is a returning favorite stamp set. It's called Penguin Place, and it has 28 stamps in it. So there's all kinds of Christmas fun that you can do with this stamp set. I guess to see it a little bit more closely, and it is photopolymer, so we'll be using a Pierce mat for any stamping with this. And then the cool thing is it is in a bundle and does use the Penguin Builder Punch. You know what, I misspoke. It's not a part of a bundle because it's a carryover, but it does have this punch that makes making penguins easy. And we're going to use the punch tonight to make our penguins. All right. So let me show you the first card, and this is an example of a whole lot of detail. And this is not the card I'm going to be making tonight, but I certainly wanted to show it to you. And I also wanted to point out a couple of things. So this, these penguins, let me see, this penguin and this penguin were made with the punch. This I've chosen to do the eyes using some of our black matte dots. And then these, there is a stamp to make the eyes, and they don't look a whole lot different. This one's just more 3D. And then there's the hat and the scarf, obviously, that are a part of the stamps. You do need to fussy cut them out. Two ways you can put the hats on these pumpkins. This one, penguins, pumpkins, oh my gosh. The penguins, this hat actually sits forward on that penguin's head. And then on the green and the red one, I actually, when I fussy cut it, I left a section underneath the hat. So I glued it to the back of the penguin's head. So whatever look you like, you can pick from that. I also have used a, what was it called? Winter Snow embossing folder to get the background here in balmy blue. And then I had a piece of white cardstock that was, let's see, it would have been 4 inches, probably by about 4. And I just cut a hill in that. And then I also stamped a hill on top of it, so you can do it either way. And then I decided to set them in a forest. But if you really think about it, they look like giant penguins. But oh well. I like the little, it looked better than all white. And some of the trees I've popped up. I did some stamping off just to add some interest to the card. And then I cut out the Season's Greetings little banner there, and I actually had to cut up the arm of the penguins just a little bit so that this penguin could hold that sign. So, you know, little imagination, you can do a whole bunch of things, but I wanted you to just see how you could do this differently. And these, the feet, are with the punch, and there are also feet that you can stamp and then fussy cut or just stamp right onto the penguin. So that is one example of using the penguin place. So now I want to show you another thing that when I was thinking about the penguins, I decided to use. Now this is our specialty snowflake paper that is in the catalog right now, the mini catalog. So it has 6 sheets. So there are 2 different types of snowflake papers, and then like snow falling. And it does it in white flocking on vellum or this shiny on vellum. And I really thought the shiny would be really fun with the penguins. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. I did help one of my neighbors put together their Christmas card for this year. And she's using this white flocked vellum. I'll put it a little closer, and wow, is that classy. She's really going to have beautiful Christmas cards this year. So just to show you something fun that could really spice up your Christmas cards this year. So let's go ahead and start on this next card. So I am just taking the thick basic white cardstock. This is a half a piece of 8.5 by 11, and it is 4.5 by 4.25. I'm sorry, by 5.5. So we've got that, and then I cut a piece of that vellum that I am going to keep as my card front on here. And I'll tell you, so you want to be careful now whenever you're going to glue down the vellum to the front of your card so you don't see the adhesive behind it. Excuse me. You can use a sponge with glue and lightly tap all on the back, and you won't see that when it dries clear. I like to use these little adhesive pieces that I have from my paper pumpkin kit, and you won't see those either. And also I will put them on the vellum where the designs are so that I won't find them. And I'm going to find some of these pretty close to the edge so that I can be adhering the vellum to the front of my card. And it works great because you won't see these. Okay, so there we go. And then I'm just going to take those pieces of adhesive off of here. And I'm using my Take Your Pick tool. It makes it a lot easier to do that. Okay. There we go, and let me just shut the volume off. My notifications are coming through. We don't need to hear that. Okay, so then I'm going to just line this up lightly before I feel like I've got it all the way that I want it. And then once I know that it's straight, I'll push it down. Okay. All right, now we're going to go ahead and make our penguin using the Penguin Builder punch. So I have just a couple of scraps here that I'm going to use to make the penguin. Okay. So let's just open this up here. Okay, and you can see there is the part that will be the black penguin, then it will be the white tummy, and then we've got the feet that I'm going to punch out in orange. So I'm going to just start here with the black and line it up on the side to Get the black penguin. Okay. Get the little pieces out of there. I think I'm going to make 2 of them, and I'll show you why in a little bit as they go flying all over. Okay, so we've got the scraps, but here's our little penguins. Okay, so I'll set that aside. Now I'm going to go on the other side of the punch and do the white for the tummy and the face. Okay. What a great way to use up your scraps. Doesn't take a whole lot of paper to do this. And we always have black and white scraps, right? Just put those off to the side. Okay, now let's do their feet. Okay. So this just took a very small piece of orange cardstock. Oop. I slid it off the edge of the paper. Let's just do that again. Okay, I'm going to make 4 feet here. Just keep coming down the punch. And as I'm doing that, I forgot to ask you if you would please sign in and let me know where you're from in the comments section. And know that the comments section is also for any questions that you have or any feedback that you have on what I'm doing tonight. And I love to hear from you and hear what you're thinking and questions you might have. So please, I would appreciate you doing that. And I'll take a peek here. Sometimes I can see your comments right away, and sometimes Facebook only shows me a part of them. Okay, I'll have some orange for the next time I need to make penguin feet. All right, let me just take a peek here. Hi, Jean. And hi, Kathy. I'm glad you like the penguin. And the snowflake paper, I'll double check here. Let me see if it is in the annual catalog or if it's in this mini catalog. It is a specialty paper, so it is not with the designer paper. It is in the mini catalog on page 83. Snowflake Specialty Vellum. Okay, let's go ahead and glue our little penguins together. So I'm going to just take my multi-purpose glue, and this won't take very much glue. Just glue this guy together. Okay. And then the second one. Okay. And then for the little feet, that is literally tapping a little glue, just a tiny bit on there. And putting one there. Get the second little foot. Okay, right there. All right, and I'll do the same on the other one. Okay. All right. So we've got the penguins with their feet. Now, 2 different ways we can do their face. I need to just grab the eyes. I'm going to have one penguin inside the card and one outside the card. So I can't put the pop-up eyes on the penguin that's going to go in the card. So there is a stamp. It's kind of odd looking. It actually has the eyes connected. I don't know if you can see that so that they're spaced properly. So I'm going to do that with just a little black ink here. And you don't want to push real hard because I made one squishy earlier today and one not, and the eyes looked funny. So just a light tap and you've got the eyes. And also, I'm going to do the envelope while we're stamping here. So I'm going to take the outside of the penguin here and ink that up. Hi, Shar. Okay, let's see how he's doing here. Good, and I'm just going to do him right on the base, the lower left-hand side of my envelope. And we've got a penguin there. So see how similar they look? It's kind of what you want to do with the penguin that decides, I think, if you stamp it, or if you don't have the punch, you can fussy cut out these penguins. So just know that that's obviously a choice as you're trying to think about what type of supplies you need. And this already has his eyes in it, so that's awesome. Okay, just going to clean my stamps as I go here. Now I'm going to do his nose with some pumpkin pie ink. And it's just a tiny little nose. Okay, and then I'm going to do it on the ones I punched out as well. Okay. And I've got that little one. Now I need to use my matte dots to do the eyes on this other penguin, just to show you how they can be 3D. So I'm going to take the smallest dots that I have here and use my take your pick tool and just place them. I just think it makes it kind of fun that those pop up. All right, so we have those. Now let me just, we have our envelope. Who wouldn't want to open that, right, with a little penguin on the outside? Okay, then for my greeting, I just took a scrap paper that I have, and it's going to go right across on top of here. So let me just get the greeting out here, and we'll stamp that. And this time I am going to use my Pierce mat here because it's real fine, a real fine font. So let's see. Yeah, I like the matte dots too, Jean. I have found so many occasions to use them. They make great centers for flowers too. Okay, let's see. Like I said, this is a very fine font. So let's just, and I'm going to put this over to the side because I am going to have my penguin sit on top of this. Ooh, that didn't look too good. Let's try the other side. Oops, I have another one here. Maybe because it's so fine, I should not do it on that. I didn't have that problem before. Let's try it just plain on the table here. Okay, try again. Oh, that's much better. So when they're that fine, I think the padding created a problem there. So anyway, problem solved. All right, so now let me get the glue, and I'm going to glue this onto the vellum flat. Now this would go in the quick card category, and I think we all need some of those during the season or as we're making our cards. And the thing is, this is so sparkly and pretty. I don't think we're losing anything by doing something that's pretty straightforward. Okay, so then I'm going to use the penguin with the poppy eyes, and I'm going to put him right on here, but I am going to use some dimensionals. And I have some part of my, I use all the corners of my dimensionals, all of it. So I'm just going to put that on there. Peel this off. And just put this little guy right on the side here. And I know this looks pretty shiny already, but I think a little bling would add some fun. So I'm going to take our iridescent rhinestones, and I want to add those to a couple of the circles. And I'm going to line them right up so that they match with what's on the vellum. And just add a little more sparkle that will show up when, you know, someone is looking at this card at different angles. There we go. All right. So let me show that to you up close. Isn't that pretty? I just love the way it shines. So then I thought it would be nice to, on the inside, just put our little guy here. And then I'm going to get another one of our sentiments to put on the inside here. So you don't have to, you could actually just put him in the corner and have the whole card to write in, or you can put him right like I am, and I'm going to put him next to Season's Greetings. Just get one of my small acrylic blocks here. Line this up on the grid paper so that I do it straight. Okay, and I'm going to just do that in black as well. Okay, Season's Greetings right here in the center, right by our little penguin. All right. So, as I said, there is so much that you can do with this stamp set. You can make him look like a reindeer. He can have presents. And, you know, doing a little bit on the envelope, very easy, just a two-step stamp there. And we've got it going on. So, let me see if you have any questions or other feedback here. And I'm going to just check in. I'm glad that you like it, Jean. I think it's so cute, too. And then one last thing here, just to remind you that we're coming to the close of the first month of Celebration, which is when you buy any products, you can earn free products. So next month in August at Facebook Live, I'm actually going to be demonstrating the different things that you can get free so that you can actually see them being used. I think it helps, you know, give you ideas for creativity. Here's some silver and gold paper, much like what we were just using. There is an incredible stamp set of amazing phrasing, it's called. Lots of sentiments. This is so cool. and that's with a $100 purchase. And then there's also 24 dies for the tree lot stamp set out of the catalog, and then it has the dies that you can get free. And then for $100 there is a stamp set, Wonderful World, with also more designer series paper, which is two-sided and it's gorgeous. Anyway, you can see the number of things that they can make. But just to let you know that that is still going on all the way through the month of August. Okay, so let me go ahead and flip the camera up and say thank you so much for joining me for this Christmas in July Christmas card series. And remember, if you are not on my email list, please get on the email list, because that's how you get the free tutorial from today. I'll have the supplies and the measurements, as well as the basic instructions to make the card we did tonight. And there's also always Stampin' Up! Promos, stamping information, and anything that I can share with you or be helpful about. I try to get into that email weekly. So thank you so much. You can get on that list. There's another post here on my Facebook page, or just email me at Traci, Traci, at plumcrazystamping.com. So have a great week, and I will look forward to seeing you in August. Take care. Good night now.